Imagine your company's master database just went dark. No customer records, no transactions, total panic. The reality is hardware fails and natural disasters strike without warning. But what if your systems were completely bulletproof? Welcome to this non-techie guide EA Strategy Masterclass on database resilience. Throughout this course, we will break down the exact cloud strategies, from local high availability to global disaster recovery, that keep your data alive with zero downtime. Stick with me to the very end, and you'll know exactly how to build an unbreakable digital safety net. We expect our digital world to work instantly, but behind the scenes, hardware decays and natural disasters strike without warning. Protecting your applications is relatively simple, much like swapping out cashiers at a busy restaurant. Your database, however, is the master ledger. It holds the strict timeline of your data, meaning you can't just plug in a blank server. That is exactly why we use continuous failover replicas for both local high availability and global disaster recovery, keeping your business running seamlessly, no matter what the universe throws at it. When measuring disaster recovery success, don't look at gigabytes. Look at time. Success is a universal metric everyone from the CEO to the IT tech understands. Meet the twin pillars, RPO and RTO. RPO, your recovery point objective, measures how much data you can afford to lose. Imagine typing an essay and the power goes out. Losing 5 minutes could cost a massive database millions. RTO, or recovery time objective, measures outage duration. From a failure, how long until you reboot, relaunch apps, and start working again. Local high availability can hit zero loss, but global disaster recovery cannot. Physics makes data take time to travel. Finally, always account for human intervention. Realistic planning minimum, 4 hours. Time is unforgiving during a crisis. High availability is your local defense against physical chaos. When a power supply blows or a motherboard fries, physical separation keeps you online. You can never put your primary server and backup in the exact same cabinet. Instead, use availability sets to place them on entirely different racks, surviving local power failures. Need even more protection? Availability zones put your replicas in completely different buildings miles apart. If one data center goes dark, your application stays running with zero data loss. Local high availability won't save you if a regional catastrophe, like a massive hurricane, takes down an entire city's power grid. To survive, you have to think globally. You can bridge your on-premises servers with the cloud using hybrid snapshots, or rely on basic geo-redundant storage. But the absolute gold standard is active geo-replication with failover groups. By continuously syncing to a live replica behind an unchanging web address, your applications never even realize a disaster occurred. You can spend millions on advanced cloud redundancy, but if you do not test your disaster recovery plan, it is only a hope, not a strategy. Professionals know that you are practically guaranteed to fail your first recovery attempt, so make sure that failure happens in a safe test environment, not during a real emergency. Your applications also need built-in retry logic so they don't immediately crash. Rigorous, ongoing drills are the only way to ensure your business survives the worst. We learned that while front-end applications were easily swapped out, our stateful databases demanded a strict history to function. To protect that data, we measured our limits using RPO for acceptable data loss and RTO for acceptable downtime. We built local high availability using rack and zone separation to ensure zero data loss during physical hardware failures. When planning for regional catastrophes, we relied on global disaster recovery, utilizing geo-redundant storage and automated failover groups. Ultimately, we discovered that an untested process was merely a hope, so we rigorously validated our systems with continuous failover drills.